Okay, Crafty, and I got this 20-ounce stainless steel tumbler from the Stainless Steel Depot. It's a 20-ounce skinny. Oh, it doesn't have a label on the bottom. It used to have a little sticker at the bottom, but it doesn't. So we're gonna glitter this real quick. Take the lid off. I don't sand my tumblers. Some people do, but yeah, I don't sand my tumblers for glitter or for bling. I'm going to take my foam insert. I'm just going to stick that right. Actually, I'm going to take my rod first. Put my rod inside it. Uh-oh. If I can not drop it, put my rod inside of here. Then stuff this up in here. Ugh. Make sure that's good and in there, so I have something to hold on to. And this also will go on my my freaking turner. I need a paintbrush that I thought I got out, but I didn't. Got my paintbrush, got my glue. I don't know the condition of this glue. It's been through it, girl. Let me prep my glitters. I got this one that's already open, but that probably won't be enough, so I did buy another one. This is color Sapphire. I got this from Walmart. Let me have both of those ready. Okay, we're ready to glitter. We got our tumbler. My Mod Podge. I put it in a little condiment squeeze bottle, Craftiana. Okay. And so we're going to just spread this directly on here. And I glitter all of from top to bottom. So I'm going to spread this all over from the rooter to the tutor, honey. And don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Don't do that. Make sure you get that bottom. I am going to put more than one coat of glitter. I'm not base painting. I'm going straight with glitter. Especially this is a darker color. So it'll give me pretty good coverage on this the first try. But I'll probably end up doing 3 coats anyway. Because that's just what I like. And making sure everything is covered. No clumps. You got to work kind of quick because my pot's just dry. Especially this first coat. Ew. Get that off of there. Get off of there, clump. We don't want no clump. Make sure that rim is covered fully. No hairs. Ew. Make sure this bottom is covered. All these little crevices at the bottom. So that looks good to dump our glitter. Make sure no lumps right there, because that's where it gets tricky. And I'm just going to dump this glitter right on here. See, we got our backup. And I like to come away from the tumbler. I mean, like, pour down. So it won't, I just won't have unnecessary glitter inside the actual tumbler. Make sure we get that rim. Make sure we get that bottom real good. All these little edges. Making sure everything is covered. Making sure we're not missing any spots. Any white got to be covered, okay? Any white got to be covered, Craftiana. So give it a tap. And that's the first coat. It is a little bare right there, but we'll fix that with our second coat. So I'm going to go let this dry for about a good 10-15 minutes. And then I'll be back to put another coat of glitter. Craftiana, we back. That first coat of glitter is dry. I'm just going to take my makeup brush and I'm just going to dust any excess off, whatever didn't stick. I'm going to just brush it off just to see what I'm working with. To see how bald-headed it really is, okay? And actually, we got quite a bit of good coverage on that first coat. I don't know if you can tell, this is one coat and it's kind of thin and see-through. So we're just going to repeat the same process. Put some glue on top of that. And dump some more glitter on it, Craftiana, okay? So we go right over that first coat of glitter. Uh-oh, we don't want to. See, be careful when you put it in your bottle like that. You get those strings and you do not want that. Okay, because that's not the move. So your second coat of glitter, will take more glue and you have a little bit more working time because the glue, it absorbs in that first coat of glitter. So it ain't gonna spread as easily because it's soaking up into this first coat of glitter. You feel me? You figure deal me. So it take a little more glue, but it's alright. That's why a lot of people do seal their glitter before epoxying, because the glue kind of fills in those gaps, and it kind of gives you a smoother base to epoxy on your first coat. Your first coat usually isn't as rough because it's locked in with glue, so the epoxy can sit right on top of it instead of that epoxy having to fill in the gaps. But I usually don't. If I'm doing one color glitter, I don't seal my cups. Now, if I'm doing more than one color, I do seal my my tumblers, wine glasses, whatever I'm working on. But that's just me. You work how you want to work, okay? That's your business, like Tabitha Brown would say. And I'm making sure I get everything. I want everything covered. So if it ain't no glue on there, it ain't gonna stick. And I'm just flicking glue everywhere. Don't be like me. Don't be flicking the glue. Make sure you get that bottom all up in them crevices, and make sure you don't have no glue gunked up in that bottom. As you can see, the bottom got all these little ridges and stuff. We don't want glue clunked up in there. We just want it smooth. You see all that? Make sure you get that out. And especially on like this bottom border right here, it will cake up. Make sure you smooth it out. So just take it all around. See, as you can see, I got a little more work time, but you still want to make sure everything is nice and covered, especially at this rim. We don't want no bald-headed rim, even though we're going to sand it down some. We don't want no bald-headed rim. We don't. Once again, I'm making sure I don't have too much at that bottom, because clumps of glue equals clumps of glitter, and that's a problem we want to address now. We want to fix that now, so we won't have to do a whole bunch of sanding later. You feel me? Preventative work. We want our epoxy to go on as smooth as possible with least effort. We want to not have to sand too much of our epoxy off. So I'm just gonna dump that glitter. Same process. I'm just taking it down, letting it fall, let it hit that rim. Making sure that rim is nice and right. Okay, we running out of glitter on that one, so we're gonna take this other one. Woo, came in like a hurricane. And when it all falls down, making sure that rim is covered, making sure we get this bottom. All these little edges needs to be covered. And there we go. We're looking nice and full. Nice and full. I don't see any white spots, so we should be good. I'm just gonna dust that. I'm tapping the rim to drop some of that excess glitter off. Don't tap too hard where you knock your tumbler off the dang phone, because then you got wet glue. So this is second coat. I don't know if you could tell, but it's a lot fuller. I'm still probably going to do another coat because I'm not putting nothing on top of this glitter but one name. So all this will be showing. I want to make sure it's no peekaboo spots. Even though this is really good coverage, I'm still going to do one more coat after this one dries. So we'll be back. We're going to let this dry, put another coat, then we're going to go into our epoxy. So I popped it on my cup turner, put a couple coats of epoxy. This was just me showing me putting it on my turner and letting the epoxy cure and dry and level out. I did 3 total coats, but get into the next part. We're about to add the bling. Back, our tumbler is all epoxy, nice and dry and cured. I cut out this decal with my Cricut. The font is called White Dream, so I'm going to put this on here, then we're going to start the blinging. Let's see if this transfer tape fit, because I do not want to cut another piece, okay? I got this little scrap piece, and I'll be trying to use everything I got, honey, okay? Let's see. That should work. Where'd my scissors go? I'm just going to cut this down, and trust me, I will be saving this piece right here. It will be getting put to use. Don't play with me, Craftiana. I'm going to take my little squeegee tool, thingamajigga, varnish. I can't never remember the dang right word. Varnish this down. I do got a little hangage, but that should be alright. That should be alright. I'm varnishing both sides. Uh-oh. Don't bend. Ouch. And I'm gonna peel the backing from the vinyl instead of pulling the vinyl from the backing, if that makes sense. I do have a little hangage over, so that's why I peeled that like that. I'm gonna take my cup cradle and I'm gonna set this down. Where do I want this? I want this. Is this smooth? Yeah, it's smooth. I want this going this way. So I'm gonna put the name somewhere. I don't want it too close to the bottom, and I don't want it all the way at the top either. Make sure I got this straight as possible. Centered. I'm just gonna lay that down. Make sure that it's nice and flush. No wrinkles. I'm gonna varnish this down. Varnish. Somebody correct me, because somebody corrected me before, and I just can't. I think it's burnish. I can't remember the right word to say. My gosh, darn life. Okay. That should be nice and down. I'm going to remove this transfer tape. This is just some permanent vinyl. And this is how this looks now. So we're going to rhinestone this. And then we'll be done. Okay, we're back. The main side stone, my biggest side stone I will be using is SS12. Then I have some SS6s. And then I also have some SS3. I'm using the glue Cling the Bling. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with this tail portion of this A. I'm just going to put some glue. Make sure it's covered the whole vinyl area where I want to fill in at. And then I'm just going to cover all this up. And I'm making sure I get enough glue on all the edges, because I might have to put a stone there. So I don't want no missing spots. I need a rhinestone connected and glue at all times, Craftiana, okay? So I'm just going to take my SS12 with my wax pencil. I'm just going to start here. And I'm going to kind of outline the shape of this. Just kind of. And then I'm going to put a stone in the middle of there. I'm going to put an SS3 in the middle of here. I don't know if I mentioned, but the font I'm using is called White Dreams. I believe I got it off thefont.com, but don't 100% quote me. So I'm just filling this in with whatever size stone fit, but I'm only using SS3, SS6, and SS12 are the only size stones I'm using. I just wanted a particular look. I didn't want it too bulky. So that's why I'm on the smaller side. Usually I will use a SS16 in here in the mix, but I just want to stay kind of small today. I think I like that look better when you fill it in with multiple smaller stones instead of a big stone to fill that space. If you get me, Craftiana. Yeah, I am hungry. I'm going to put this over here, put a smaller stone on the side of that to fill this in. Like bam. We want to make sure this is nice and tight. Okay, where'd my glue go? I don't know if you could see, because this vinyl is kind of reflective, and I'm working on clear on silver, and silver is basically like a, clear is basically like a silverish color. I use clear as my silver rhinestone whenever I'm doing silver, so make sure you let your customer know. If they ask for silver, let them know you will be using clear instead of actually silver, to let them know and give them that option if they want to do that. communication is so important when having a small business, especially with custom stuff, because things could get tricky really quickly. And sometimes you gotta substitute stuff and make stuff work. But always communicate with your client to see if they're okay with it. Because we don't want to run the risk that we did all this work and they're like, oh, that's not what I wanted. And even if you got everything that they wanted, double check, triple check, because clients will change their mind quickly, okay? But especially substituting stuff or making stuff work, always ask your client first. We don't want no issues, okay? And we don't want nobody trying to blame you, coming for you, saying they didn't give me what I wanted. We don't got time for that, Craftiana. So communicate, communicate, communicate. It's my biggest tip. I don't remember where I had this got this vinyl from. It was just sitting in my stash. And I was like, oh, let me use this. I ain't never used it before, but I know it's been there a long time because it was just sitting there collecting dust. I got a line of vinyl just sitting there I ain't never used before. I'm like, what the heck? I don't even remember buying all this stuff. That's my problem. I just be buying stuff. And I be like, dang. Sometimes I buy multiples of the same thing for not realizing I already had it. So I'm just filling this in with the SS12, SS6, and SS3. I'm just kind of like doing an outline, making sure I stay in the confines of this vinyl. So this name could be very, very legible and very, very clear, honey. Okay, as you can see, I'm using the multiple sizes to fit in and fill in where one SS12 won't fit. I'm putting another size stone there with it. Okay, you just gotta work with it and play with your sizes. The vinyl is your guideline. If you don't got a Cricut, you can use stickers and just glue them down with some E6000 or something, or whatever glue you're using. Just glue. I know stickers are already sticky, but put some extra reinforcements on that with your glue that you're using to bling. Also, if you don't have a Cricut, a lot of people on Etsy will make name decals or sell name decals. Heck, if you want a name decal because you don't got a Cricut or something, you can always send me a message. I'll make it for you and ship it to you. You just gotta pay. But I will definitely make the decals for you, Craftiana. So we're gonna take this down here now. Make sure I got enough glue covering all these edges just in case I have to put more than one size stone. I need it to be in glue. Even though I don't think so. I think one SS12 should be fine. I am so hungry. It's like 8 in the morning. That's not that early. That's really not that early, but I've been woke for like since 6 something. And I need some breakfast, darling. I need some breakfast. Okay. What time y'all wake up? What time y'all be getting to work? I know a lot of y'all. I do this full time. I craft full time. I don't do nothing else. Well, I teach a drill team, but I don't get paid for that. That is all volunteer work. But yes, I am a full-time crafter, so I be working hard for the money. So hard for the money. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably so bright. I wonder if I cut this light off, will that work? Yeah, no. I need to see. But I'm taking this SS12 down this stem. Once again, this font is called White Dreams. I will forget, so I have to say it now and over because somebody will ask me, and child, I will not remember. I low-key forgot before I started recording. I had to go back because I cut this decal out last night. I had to go back and look at my Cricut to be able to, so I could be able to tell y'all what font I was using. Because, baby, I am forgetful, honey. My little mind, I am only 30 years old, but baby, the way you would think I was a 90-year-old man, the way I be forgetting stuff. That is coming out so cute. Where's our glue? And always a reminder, do not put more glue down that you can handle. If you know you are a slower blinger, don't put that much glue down. I move somewhat quick. I ain't gonna say super fast, but don't let your glue dry up before you can put a rhinestone down. That will cause and create issues that you don't need, Craftiana. Okay? You will have to peel all that glue up and figure it out later and put some more glue down. So you're wasting time in product. We don't want to waste no time in product. Okay? Product ain't cheap. Our time ain't cheap. Product ain't cheap, but our time definitely ain't cheap. So let's not play those games. So right now I'm just using the SS12 for all of this this straight line. But it does get thicker over there, so I will have to double up like somewhat like I did over there. Let me do this. Uh-oh. I knocked the stone off. And I prefer these type of wax pencils over the little traditional cute one. I got one somewhere. Yeah. I got one somewhere. I just can't think of where right now. But I definitely prefer these because you can sharpen it to a fine tip point. And it gets you, especially when I'm working with the SS6s and SS3, it's harder to pick those up. I mean, not harder to pick those up, but harder to place them in these little bitty crevices with this little bitty stone with that big tip. So that's why I prefer these over the aesthetically pleasing ones, I guess you would say. I don't know. But these are my OGs. You can get them off Amazon, Temu, AliExpress. Let me tell you, I ordered some of these off of Temu twice. The first time I ordered them, they all came full size like they were supposed to be. I ordered some more. And child, let me tell you about inflation or whatever you want to call it. They broke that bad boy in half and started selling them. First, I got 5 in a pack for the same price. And they broke it in half and sold me 5 of them as the same for the same price. When I tell you I was upset when I got them, like, what? This is trifling. Y'all should have advertised it as so. Y'all sitting here selling it. The picture got full 6. Y'all need to make sure y'all update y'all photos because this is false advertisement, honey. Give me what I paid for. My full stick. I'm like, this is so trifling. Had me so messed up, Craftiana. We easing our way down this road. We're almost finished with, we're not even almost finished with the whole A. We only on one half side. That's funny. I was going to say we almost finished with the first letter. No, we're not. I'm a bold-faced lie. We are not almost finished with this whole letter. And that is a key and the key. We're making progress. How about that? And I'm getting in these little bitty spaces right here with the SS3. Because once again, I want it pretty full. Full as I can get it. As long as it's on the vinyl and touching the vinyl, we're good. If it's not on the vinyl, don't place no stone there. We don't want to hang it off because, once again, we're trying to keep this shape and keep it very legible. Very, very legible. Because a lot of people defeat the purpose of putting names and stuff on their stuff if you can't read it. Now, this color might be a tricky to read because it's so bright, but the name will be legible. It's just the color throwing it off, not the work. But you got to give your clients what they ask for. What y'all up to? What y'all working on? Because I be talking to myself and nobody be talking to me back. And I really think it be hurting my feelings. I'm just playing. It ain't hurting my feelings. I'm cool. Trust me. I'll be alright. I'll be alright because I'm a bad beat. I went to see Beyonce twice. And y'all, I want to go see her again. But she's out of my state now. I'm in LA, in California. And she's gone. I think she's going to Chicago next, I believe. But I really want to see her in Houston. And I want to see her in London. But the way these bills in my life is set up, I won't be traveling to her. I do want to see her in Vegas because I will already be in Vegas around that time. So if I could find a cheap ticket the day of, like I've been doing for the 2 LA shows, me and Miss Mamas will be at it again. Me and Miss Mama. So I'm going in with these SS3s and just filling these tiny little gaps right here to make sure it's tight. Also, let your glue fully dry and cure. Keyword cure before sending it to your client or your customer. Also, let your epoxy cure, not just dry, cure before sending it to your customer. Most epoxy cure times are 72 hours, but some things vary, so check on whatever brand you're using. I do use Flynn Sisters. This is the fast set. I do have some of the regular set too, but most 99. Well, I never tried the slow set. I bought some, but I ain't used it yet. But 99% of the time, that's that one side done. If you can see it, let me get up close. You can see it. That one side done. Let's get to this other side of the A. But yeah, curing time is so important. Curing time is when all the chemicals or whatever, I don't know how to explain it right, but when basically it's at its fullest potential and everything is locked, loaded, and ready to go. The chemicals did their chemical bond and now they have their full potential and their greatest potential. You don't want to mess that process up, especially shipping it, because you never know what type of temperature these are going to be in or what type of situation. So you want your best outcome. You want these to give their best chance of making it to the customer just fine. And for your glue, all glues have a different cure time. I believe this glue cure time is 24 hours. So that's when it's at its strongest potential, when everything is really locked in. So give it that chance to cure before using and before giving it to your customer. That is so, so important, Craftiana. Because it's a big difference. People think just because it's dry, it's ready. No, 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 no. Dry does not mean cure. And whatever you're using should tell you on the packaging or on the website. But honestly, it should be on every packaging. I don't know if it is, but that's something very important. Because I'm a bad bee. I don't know why that's in my head. Ease on down the road. Oh. All I hear is helicopters over here. What is going on? It's too early to be hearing a helicopter. Like, it is way too early to be hearing a helicopter. Can we wake up first and have a morning breakfast? I ain't even had no breakfast yet. Dang, a little egg, toast, and bacon. And y'all out here doing Lord knows what. Chill out. It's a Wednesday morning. It's a beautiful day out here in LA. The sun is shining and I'm feeling okay. I hope you have a really good day. I am a TikTok meme, social media meme, random video from 20 years ago quote in person. I always got a random old quote from a TV show, meme, character, or something. And a lot of times people don't get my references, and I be all in it alone. And child, I be all in it alone. People don't be doing what the heck I'm talking about, and I just be like, oh, looking crazy by myself, but whatever. I don't care. I'ma still do me, cause I ain't scary. And I can't get no whooping. What's her name that say that? I can't think of her name, but I like her. I believe her name Drika. I believe so. I think she's from Miami. Oh my gosh, I love Miami folks. And when they be like, I'm from Dade County. Dade County 30 or whatever. I used to know it, but I don't remember it. I love it. I love me some Miami. The people from Dade County. I don't like. I went to Miami one time. I could pass on going there, but I like the folks from Miami, and they vibe. So I'm putting my glue down, and we're almost done with this. Hey, let me put something right here just to get this section done all at once. And we're almost done with our first letter. Now, this has been in real time the whole time. This is real time. Nothing is sped up. Nothing is sped up for this first letter, but after this, I will be speeding up. Actually, probably will be back when the whole thing is finished on the last letter. Because, yes, we will be here all year trying to get all these letters done. And I know y'all don't want to sit and watch me do all these letters in real time, rambling about nothing. So that's why I'm trying to help both of us out, because this is already at 18 minutes. So that means this video will be kind of long. But I'm glad I talked in real time, because doing voiceovers is hard for longer videos. I'd definitely rather just talk in real time. But it's hard to work and talk at the same time too sometimes, because I lose focus. Not lose focus, but me doing two things at once. Woo, baby. Baby. That can get real tricky. Real tricky. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm using a lot of these filler size stones, these SS6s and these SS3 to fill in these little spaces. Usually I would just use one big size stone, but I like the look of this better now. I definitely prefer the look of this with multiple size smaller stones, because it gives you a fuller look. It gives you a way fuller look, actually. And we love a full look. I feel like it makes it more legible. I learned that tip from somebody on, I don't know, Facebook, TikTok, somebody. I seen somebody say that, because I would just put like a SS20, SS16 all around. They're like, fill it in with multiple sizes, smaller sizes. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You are onto something. You're definitely onto something. So we're about to finish up with our last tiny filler stone right there. And everything is covered nice and tight. Oh, shoot. As you can see, that A is done. Now we got to do the rest of the letters. But it's so cute. Be back. Okay, Craftiana, we made it to the last letter. We just got to do this last A. Whew. I don't know how long it's taking me. It ain't been that long, but it's been long enough to where I had to, it took, I don't know. I don't even know. I want to say a good, like, 30 minutes. I need to check my time, because I don't know, honestly. So I'm putting this glue in, making sure everything is covered. It's really the same process over and over. And I'm going to cover the whole letter in glue, because I can handle that. But if you can't handle that, don't do that, Craftiana. Also, let me put a PSA out there. When you're working with these glues, please wear a mask or something and have a very good ventilation. A lot of these glues are really toxic. And especially when you work with epoxy, please use your proper PPE. You should have your gloves on, your nitrile gloves on. You should have a respirator mask on. And it should be a well-ventilated room. Please protect yourselves, especially if you got animals and kids. Please don't put them in the same room, especially young babies, because it could really be detrimental to their health and cause long-term side effects. And we don't want that. We want us all as healthy as we can be. But also, I advise do what's healthy and safe for you. You look into it. That's just my recommendation. I'm only suggesting what I can, Craftiana. Ooh, I'm not recording on my other device. Ooh, it'd be hard to see this clear on this vinyl end with the glue on top of it. It make it hard to see. I'll just stack a stone right on top of another one. Oops. Oopsie daisy. It'd be hard to see, honey. All this clear, the vinyl choice I use is silver, then it's clear glue, and then it's bubbling up. And the silver vinyl was low-key reflective already. Baby, my eyes is playing tricks, honey. But we got it. Get you some good lighting. I got I don't know what's one of them desk lights with a little, like, not gooseneck, but it has like a long neck where you could extend it. Not extend it, but fold it down and put it closer for my desk. Because I be needing to see, especially with some of these tricky colors like black on black, baby. Your eyes will play tricks on you. And let me tell you, them tricks I don't got time for. No time. I can't even see what I put right there. I think I put like 4 stones. I need to check that out and get a closer look when I finish this. Where's my glue? Where is my glue? I don't know what I did there because I'm going to extend that tail just slightly. But I'll do that last. Make sure you on that vinyl. We don't want to be outside that vinyl. We want to border it and line it up. We got to keep this shape. This shape is important. You better get into the shape, Crafty. You got to get into the shape. And try your best not to get glue on top of the stone. Because that could cause your rhinestone to lose some of its shine and dull it out some. And we don't want that. We want the maximum shine. We want maximum coverage and maximum shininess, darling. And wipe your I wipe my stones down with alcohol when I'm finished. After I let it cure, fully dry and fully cure, then I give it a good wipe with alcohol on top of the stones, just to get some of the wax off from the wax pencil. This is wax, and it leaves a residue on top of the stone because we're picking it up and placing it down. So some of that transfers. So we want to make sure we wipe that up. We want to wipe all that up because we need a clean transfer. We're almost finished. If you can, be sure to follow me on all social medias at Brand So Crafty, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and subscribe on here. Leave a comment. Tell me what you want to see, because we are finished with this. Well, I'm going to put a little, where's the glue? I'm going to extend this tail just a little bit, even though it's off the vinyl, because it's like a little of the vinyl showing, and I prefer to just put the extra stone there instead of having that little vinyl show. My preference. Bam. Now that's done, Craftiana.